You're on a magical vacation and you're walking the beach and you pick up these gorgeous rocks and they're so beautiful when they're wet, and then when they dry off a little bit, they're still wonderful, but it's like, oh, if I could just keep them pretty and shiny and like they were in the water, like when I found them. I need to get a rock polisher so that I can polish them up and they will always look as beautiful as the day I found them, or maybe even better. And then you start shopping for a rock polisher and you're not so sure. If you're not sure that you want to invest in a tumbler, then this video might actually help you. You want a rock polisher, but there are some objections. And those objections of yours are valid. I know they were for me. My first objection was, I don't think I want all that grit and dust and dirt and grime anywhere near my motorcycles. It's not nearly as dusty and dirty, and the grit isn't really a problem. Second objection, I don't think I could stand all that noise. Well, it is noisy. All right, yeah. A lot less noisy though than I thought, especially if you get the kind of rock polisher that has all the rubber gaskets and the rubber barrel and all that kind of thing. Another objection for me was I didn't want to use up all that electricity. How much electricity does it use? I checked that out, and not much more than a nightlight. That's probably not that big of a deal when you come right down to it. Another objection, what will I do with all those polished rocks? I mean, I have no need for them. Yeah, a few would be nice, but really, how many polished rocks does a person need? And then the final objection was, these things are expensive. What happened to me was my daughter-in-law knew that I was very interested in rocks, minerals, fossils, that kind of thing. And so she gave me a rock polisher. So that is the rock polisher that I'm going to show you. Okay, this thing is so easy to operate. Power, on, off, change the days. Let's say you want to go up to 7 days, which typically you're going to run each stage through 7 days. And I happen to be, well, I just got to put it on 4 right now. And then it has different speeds, but I have left it on speed number 1 the entire time. I don't ever use the higher speeds. I don't need it. I did, on one occasion, I did put it up to 2 just to see what it was like, and it ran so much faster and banged things around so much more. I thought, well, I don't need it to go that fast. I'll just keep it on number 1. So that's what I've done. If you want to pause it, you can pause it. Easy, on, off. That's the operation of it. This is the part I just laugh about. It says, caution, electric toy. In the instructions, it says, the machine is not a toy and is not meant to be a toy. So, there you go. It's an electric toy. But it's not a toy. It's not meant to be a toy. And that just cracks me up. I love it. What kind of results do you get? Well, that's really up to you. You can get it nice and shiny, like some of these that you see in the foreground there. Or if you don't want it to be that shiny, well, like this one here. I didn't want it to be super shiny. I wanted it to be more of a matte finish, and so that's what I went for, and that's what I got. I just ran it through the first couple of phases, and then that was it. So you're the boss. You do what you want to do. Now this video is not sponsored in any way, so I'm not getting any money out of saying, okay, this or that about this rock polisher or that rock polisher. Now I got this rock polisher almost 2 years ago, and it has run almost constantly since then. This is what has happened to it. Next to nothing. All right, I changed a belt because a belt broke. It didn't actually break all the way, but I could see that it was starting to fray, and I thought, well, I'm just going to go ahead and change that out. So I changed a belt, and then I oiled just a couple little spots once in 2 years. I mean, it takes a beating. I put big rocks in this. I put little rocks in this. I've used all kinds of different medium, sugar, and grit, and it's been a lot of fun, actually. Every time you open up the barrel, it's like a Christmas present, because it's so interesting to see what has happened. I think this rock polisher is around $100 as opposed to other rock polishers that are, okay, maybe considerably more. Bottom line, if you start out with something maybe a little on the small side, not quite so expensive, and you just love it, then buy another one, spend more money. It's not bad to have 2 after all.
If you decide, this is not my cup of tea, then you can probably sell that little one for 50 bucks. If you paid 100, then probably get 50 bucks out of it. So have a great time rock hounding, polishing to your heart's content.